So season one ended in such a shocking, unconventional way. I think everyone was wondering what season two was going to be like. Were you wondering yourself?
Oh yeah, yes, definitely. And I figured that they would do something shocking, but I didn't know exactly what that was. And we didn't know really. There's a few shocking things that happen towards the end of the season that we had no idea were actually going to happen. So that's as shocking for the audience as it was for us to read in the scripts as they came along.
You know, when we first meet your character, she's trying to start a new life in New York, and she just can't quite do it. Talk about playing the arc of this character throughout the season.
It was really fun this season for me. I think Meg changes quite a bit from the first season to the second season, and I think that she tries very hard to stay on task. That's one of the things that she's very good at, and that becomes very, very difficult for her. And I think she goes to New York to try to compartmentalize, and she could potentially have a life there, but it just proves impossible with what she's done. So it's fun to watch her unravel. I got to do a lot of really fun stuff this season, and she's a little bit all over the place, which, of course, as an actor, is always really fun to play.
Right. I think the fascinating thing about the Rayburn family is that, for the most part, they have the best of intentions.
Yes.
But in trying to do the right thing, they end up doing the wrong thing.
Yes.
Oftentimes.
Yes.
Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, that's what I like to say about Meg, is the path to hell is paved with good intentions. And I think that especially is true for her, because she really has this place in the family where she tries to make everything right for everybody, including Danny when he first comes home. She really wants to include him, and she really wants to tell her mother things, and she really tries hard to please everybody, and as a result doesn't please anyone, and least of all herself. And I think that is something that it becomes sacrificial for her in some ways, to try to do what everybody else wants, and then she acts out in other ways. She acts out by drinking and her sexuality, all of those things. She sort of acts out because she doesn't have a center.
Yeah, and what's fascinating too is that at the end of the day, this show really is about a family. I mean, with all the crime elements to it, it really is a great family drama too.
Yeah, and I feel like, for Meg too, it's sort of how far will you go for your family? And to her, she would go to the ends of the earth, or so she thinks. And when she picks up that phone and John calls her and he needs help on that beach that day, I think there's a lot of there's a lot that she gives up in deciding to help somebody. And then when she's on the beach at the end of season one, she's looking at two brothers, and she decides to help one and not the other. So her life is full of really, really difficult choices.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.